Welcome back, folks, to another Captain Patriot video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I've got a good racism, anti-racism video put on by Asmongold, of course, and the title of the video is Unbelievable That People Like This Exist. I mean, you better believe it, because there are a lot of them, and going into the election season, we are going to see more and more of them. But without further ado, let's watch this video.
This is crazy. I only watched half of it, and I was like, I should probably watch the other half on stream.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far to say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't
described or required. These types of ideas are so unbelievably racist. You should believe me because I talk like this.
don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places.
No. Get ready.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how...
Oh, shit. Wait. Girl, no. Not a racist, by the way. I feel like they're too stupid to figure out how to use the internet or how to find a DMV. They're just so stupid. They need our help. Not a racist, by the way.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the community.
What? You might have a smartphone, but you might not have data? What about like internet access, of which is available at literally any Starbucks for free, or any McDonald's for free, or pretty much anywhere you go for free? Wi-Fi is available for free. So if you have a smartphone, you can walk somewhere within like probably less than 3 miles away from you for internet access if you don't have data or internet at home. What? It's like they want it to be racist so bad that they will ignore reality until things are racist. It's like, what?
They don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or like they're not informed. I also think that...
Yeah, girl. And you are. No. How are you going to sit there and just like, of course it's like white college girls, right? Who are taking out probably like $60,000 in student debt for a liberal arts degree. And they're saying that these people are misinformed. Yeah. Okay.
There's a repression of like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at...
Bruh, no way. No way. That's a troll. You want the people who are breaking the law to be able to vote on the law? You want the people who don't follow the law, don't respect the law, don't respect police officers trying to enforce the law, don't respect other people who are abiding by the law? You want those people to have a say in how our country is ran? What?
At swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. This is okay. You know what? Actually, I'm going to correct a previous statement I made earlier in the video. This is unbelievable that people like this exist, especially at a college campus, a place, an institution made for learning and critical thought. And these are supposed to be scholars. People who go to university are supposed to be the thinkers of the world, right? Wait, I want to hear that part again.
A convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
The felons are a huge population of the African Americans. Not a racist, by the way.
Like, it's got to be fake, right? I mean, there's no way.
That's what I said.
You guys know
yeah, it's got to be a troll. It's got to be a troll, right?
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
I heard a lot.
How are you going to go to the store and buy alcohol if you want to buy alcohol? Or like if you want to have a beer when you go out to eat, right? Like I feel like in general, people just have IDs on them. So why would requiring an ID be somehow racist towards minorities? In what world is that even possible? How is that even possible to be racist towards minorities by requiring ID? It's doesn't make like you. If you think about it for a split second, you'll figure out
Also
that it's not racist.
Black people can't figure out how to get to the
Oh my God.
DMV. What does that say to you?
I know it's that on 25th Street.
Do you know where?
Yeah, what do you mean?
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
What?
It's so funny because people have said this for a while now that the left is racist via low expectations, right? They're racist towards black people because they think black people are incapable of achieving greatness. That's literally the most racist thing you could possibly say, is that you think someone is incapable of achieving what another person achieves because of the color of their skin. You think they're too stupid, too slow, incapable of figuring things out for themselves. So you have to help them up the ladder. You know, you have to be the white knight, the angel that comes down and gifts them with knowledge, right? As like a white liberal woman, that's what you're thinking. I mean, that has to be what you're thinking because that's what you're saying, right? You wouldn't say it, right? You wouldn't have the conviction to say these things if you didn't think these things. It blows me away. It blows me away that they can't even identify their own racist behaviors and ideas and thought patterns. They're like being racist towards someone is not just like calling them the N-word, right? It's how you treat them and how what you expect of them, right? If you set such a low expectation of people based off of the color of the skin, based off of the fact that they are black, then what you're doing is perpetuating racism, which is what the left always accuses the right of doing. It's like Trump is the most racist president ever, is what people would say. Oh, who's the second most racist? Abraham Lincoln. That's the left's thought pattern right there. It just blows me away. It's like, how are you supposed to rationalize or argue with someone who thinks that way when it's like, if they wanted to see it, they would. It's very clear that these people don't want to see the truth for whatever the actual core issue is with them, for why they don't want to see it. It's just, it's mind blowing. It's because it's so blatantly obvious that anyone with half of a brain cell could figure it out. But for some reason, they don't want to buy into the idea that black people are just as capable as white people.
So that's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
A little kid can figure out how to work the internet, yeah.
I had access to the internet for years. What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
They're not. Okay, I'll answer that. They're not. They don't know anyone who's black.
They're probably talking to other white people.
Yeah.
I want to go back to
Yes, Asmongold nails it perfectly on the head right there. Like 100%. They're not talking to black people. They're not talking to people who live in the black community. They have no concept of reality. This is my point. They are secluded. They are wrapped up in a shiny bubble of protection, going to their campus and talking to their white liberal friends who all think the same way. And they don't ever actually go out of that comfort zone to talk to people who they might disagree with, who have a different perspective on the issue. And so they keep repeating the exact same thing over and over, which is, I mean, it's the same lie that we hear on CNN and MSNBC all the time. It's like, it's racism through the, like, I don't know, it's just racism through low expectation. You know, if people had like these low expectations for white people, it would be seen that I would treat it the same exact way. It would be no different. You're being racist towards people because you think they're incapable because of the color of their skin. I mean, that's mind blowing that it's like, it's so easily accepted on the left to think that way. Meanwhile, they're pointing the finger at the right, saying that they're being racist for requiring voter ID to vote in our country's elections. Like that, I just struggle to understand how people can think that way.
To this one,
I also think there's a repression of like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Dude, how do you not hear yourself? How do you not hear that you're literally saying black people are criminals? Am I going crazy? Am I a crazy person? Have I lost it? I feel like I'm a crazy person. Like if I were to try to have a conversation with this chick, it would not end well for me. I would get booed off of campus or out of class. If I disagreed with her, I know the class would just be booing me to oblivion. They'd be so mad. They want to cancel me and get me kicked off of Twitter. They would be so mad at me. And yet here they're sitting and saying things like this. It makes me wonder if college campuses are legitimately teaching racism, like as part of the curriculum, like if it's embedded into the curriculum. They say there's like I don't think there's institutional racism. I just think that there's people who have internalized their hatred towards, I don't even know. I don't know what this is. I can't describe this in a way that makes sense because it doesn't make sense. This sort of behavior does not make sense to me at all from any sort of logical perspective. I can't analyze this and say, hey, you know what? I kind of understand where you're coming from, and I understand why you think this way. The words that she's saying are so unbelievably rooted in misogyny and white supremacy. I'm just kidding. I just think she doesn't know what she's talking about. I think she's just regurgitating what she hears on the news or what friends say. I don't think she's actually had one of her own original thoughts in quite some time. And this is the type of person, right, that's going to, of course, vote left regardless of what the left does, regardless of what changes in the political atmosphere, regardless of who's running under the Democratic platform. This is someone who will always vote left, right? And they'll never, ever want to hear anything otherwise or hear why they're wrong or why they could be wrong, because to them, they're white knighting. And this is how they white knight, is by saying that black people are criminals. It's like, yeah, so this person, Sergeant Beefheart in Asmon Gold's chat says living in a bubble. Yeah, I mean, it's true. That's exactly how I feel like a lot of these people are. They lack real world experience, and they lack, I don't know, they just lack real world experience. I think that's the gist of it. And they live in this bubble, and everyone that is in this bubble with them thinks the same way, because if you don't, you get socially outcast. And yeah, it's just, it is really just like a cult. It's like a cult, or just a really strong ideology that a lot of people fall into. But this is insane. This is crazy. Oh, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.